Moving on to goodwill. So one key point to note about goodwill is कि goodwill आप खुद से अपनी calculate करके record नहीं कर सकते. So no company can calculate its own goodwill and then record it on balance sheet. Goodwill can only come on your balance sheet if you have made an acquisition. So goodwill usually comes through acquisition. So जब आप किसी company को acquire करते हैं, so उस company की आप goodwill अपनी balance sheet पे record करते हैं. आप अपनी खुद balance sheet पे calculate करके अपनी goodwill record नहीं कर सकते. So it comes through acquisition. How does it come through acquisition? So with respect to goodwill, there are two types of goodwill. Economic goodwill and accounting goodwill. Accounting goodwill is the goodwill that you report on your balance sheet. But हो सकता है किसी कंपनी का बहुत अच्छा ब्रांड इमेज हो, बहुत अच्छी गुडविल हो, but still it cannot report it on its balance sheet क्योंकि वो गुडविल as acquisition नहीं आई. But still अगर कोई ऐसी गुडविल है that is not a part of accounting goodwill or that is not being reported on balance sheet, still that is accounted for in the stock price. क्यों? क्योंकि investors know about that goodwill, investors know about that image, investors know about that positive thing about the company, and so investors will incorporate it into the valuation. So still economic goodwill will be reflected in stock price even if not reported on balance sheet. And accounting goodwill is the goodwill that comes from acquisitions and is reported on your balance sheet. How do we record goodwill? So let's say that you are buying a company A, or let's say company A is buying a company B. This company being bought is known as target or also known as acquiring. And this company that is acquiring the target is known as acquirer. So B would have some assets and some liabilities. So let's say that the true value of B's identifiable assets is $100 million and the fair value of its liabilities is, let's say, $50 million, and it also has some contingent liabilities and fair value of contingent liabilities is $10 million. So what is the value of net assets? Company के net assets कितने हैं? $40 million. Okay, so company's total assets are $100 million, liabilities are $50 million, and current liabilities are, contingent liabilities are $10 million. And so net assets are 100 minus 50 minus 10, that is $40 million. Now let's say when you buy and these all are fair values, fair value of asset, fair value of liabilities, and fair value of contingent liabilities. Now let's say when A buys the company B, A pays up a total price of $100 million. So company's worth is $40 million, but A is paying $100 million. So what is the extra amount or additional amount that A is paying? $60 million. This $60 million is known as goodwill. Key point to remember is that here you will take the total price being paid, let it be paid in cash or let it be paid in shares or by any other means, and here you will take the fair values, fair value of asset, fair value of liability, and fair value of contingent liability. Another key point to note is that you will only take identifiable asset and identifiable liabilities. You wouldn't take any non-identifiable asset or liabilities. If there is any asset which is non-identifiable, that is not there on your balance sheet, then you will ignore that asset. So you will only take identifiable asset and identifiable liabilities. So its true value was $40 million and you paid $100 million, so $60 million is goodwill, and this goodwill will be recorded on your balance sheet, and then annually you will test for impairment of balance sheet, and if there is any impairment you will record it on income statement. On the other hand, let's say net asset value is $40 million, but you bought it for $30 million. That means you bought it at a discount of $10 million. If you buy it at a lower price compared to actual price, that is known as bargain purchase, and this difference is recorded as a gain on your income statement. So if it is a bargain purchase, this difference is recorded as a gain on your income statement. Any confusion so far? So goodwill, जब आप कोई company acquire करते हैं, you record goodwill on your balance sheet. So if let's say you are comparing two companies A and B, A has goodwill on its balance sheet and B does not have any goodwill on its balance sheet. So if you are comparing A and B, that means comparisons will not be possible क्योंकि एक कंपनी की बैलेंस शीट पे गुडविल है और एक की कंपनी की बैलेंस शीट पे गुडविल नहीं है. So what as an analyst you need to do is that you need to remove this goodwill from the balance sheet of A as well to make these two comparable. So जब आप goodwill का impact remove करते हैं, there are two key changes that you make. First change is that you remove goodwill from balance sheet, and second change is that you remove any impairment charge of goodwill from income statement. So there can be two impacts of goodwill. One is on balance sheet and assets and the other is as impairment on the income statement. So when you are comparing two companies, if one has goodwill, other does not have goodwill. So what you can do is you can remove goodwill from balance sheet and you can remove the goodwill's impairment charge from the income statement to make these two comparable. And here is again a question. So do this. What amount of goodwill should company A recognize on its balance sheet? Okay, so we look at two different values to find out the goodwill. Goodwill is simply price paid and cost of purchase minus cost of purchase. So your price paid is 100 plus 20, that is 120, minus cost of purchase. Cost of purchase is the this is cost of purchase. This is net identifiable assets value. So net identifiable assets value would be fair value of identifiable assets minus fair value of identifiable liabilities minus fair value of contingent liability. So fair value of identifiable assets 150 million, fair value of identifiable liabilities 50 million, and estimated fair value of contingent liabilities is 10 million. So 150 minus 50, 150 minus 60 is 90. 120 minus 90 is 30. Let's do this last example, then we will close it. So just read through the example. Right. So ये जो goodwill impair कर रहे हैं वो approximately 80% of total value है. मतलब उन्होंने जितनी recognize करी थी उसकी तकरीबन 80% lose कर दिए या वो impair कर दिया. So क्या indicate करता है? What can be the possible reasons for this? या what does it indicate? या what can be the concerns? क्या कंसर्न इससे रेज हो सकते हैं कंपनी के बारे में कि कंपनी क्या कर रही है? एग्जैक्टली. सो गुडविल आती कैसे? गुडविल आती है एक्विजिशन से. सो व्हेन यू मेक एक्विजिशंस यू रिकॉग्नाइज गुडविल ऑन योर बैलेंस शीट. एंड गुडविल इज द डिफरेंस ऑफ प्राइस दैट यू हैव पेड एंड द नेट वैल्यू ऑफ आइडेंटिफाइबल एसेट्स दैट यू हैव रिसीव्ड. सो अगर आपने जितनी गुडविल दी उसमें से 80% impair कर दिया, which is a very significant amount, which has even resulted in a loss for you in the current period. That means कि अभी तक जितनी आप acquisitions करते रहे वो आप over price पे buy करते रहे. That means उन acquisitions की वो value ही नहीं थी जिस पे आप buy कर रहे थे. You were buying them for a very high value. And when you have been buying something for a very high value, that means you are making losses. So that means there you have made significant losses over the past. That can be one reason. That is आपने जो acquisitions करी थी instead of driving growth, that have led to a loss for you. So that is a failure of your acquisition strategy, or that is a failure of your growth strategy or company's strategy. That can be one case. Another is maybe जब आपने acquire करी थी तब company had high goodwill, but maybe you were not able to manage it, or you failed to manage the brand, or maybe you caused that goodwill to drop. That is again a failure of management or the company. So any significant charge on goodwill can reflect significantly on the share price or significantly on the company's management's